to extend witnesses, and actually I've also had to go in and fill witnesses for both an NDP and Liberal study. So it has happened before where I've had to go out and find witnesses. But again, Mr. Chambers is right. It did go out before that. But go ahead, Mr. Kuzmierczuk.
Yeah, I was just going to say, again, I disagree with how the meeting tomorrow that's scheduled was organized. We were not consulted. We were provided no opportunities for instruction. There was no consultation. There was no discussion. It doesn't provide us the time we need to prepare for an important meeting. Every meeting is important, but especially meetings such as that one with the witnesses. And this is not how we've conducted business in the 5 years that I have been on committee. And so I am simply registering my absolute wholehearted disagreement with the way all of these meetings have been scheduled this week. And it is not aligned with the motion that we passed earlier in today. And I want to register my complete disagreement and disappointment with how these last 3 meetings have been organized, completely without any consultation input from this committee. Thank you.
Ms. Atwin?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And just to reiterate what my colleagues have shared, reading in a global news article that we were going to have a meeting Thursday, really disappointing. It defeats the collaborative atmosphere that I think we're all trying to achieve here. We have really important work to do. I think we very much were distracted from that important work today, and on our focus on main estimates, it kind of went down a path that it shouldn't have, and I see that will be the case for tomorrow as well.
Yeah, I'll address that before I get to you, Mr. Sousa. Very clearly, I do not talk to Globe, whoever you're referring to. I saw on Twitter our Premier Higgs talking about it, but that's him talking about it, not the committee. So, Mr. Sousa?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, given the discussions that we're having, maybe it's appropriate just to put forward a motion again, given the lack of consultations and lack of advisement to us and the violation of our privileges as members. If all agree, I'd like to put forward a motion that we cancel tomorrow's meeting.
Before I get to that, it's not a violation of privileges for the chair to book, and I'm happy to actually read the exact wording for everyone from the big green book. But appreciate what you're saying, but appreciate we also stick to kind of the facts. It's not a violation of your privileges for me as chair to book a meeting.
But it appears everyone else seems to know about these meetings before us, including the premiers and including witnesses that are being advised. This might come as a shock to you, Mr. Sousa, but witnesses can't be called until... Again, without consultation and without discussion with this, and we have other priorities that we were looking at going forward, and you haven't made those happen. You have not advanced the other
Point of order, I believe there's a motion on the floor.
Yeah, I was just stating, I guess, correcting Mr. Sousa. You can argue as you wish, and that's fine. I appreciate that. I appreciate all sides to this, and I appreciate your feelings on this, but your privileges have not been violated. For example, we invited witnesses for a Liberal study because none of the Liberals had put forward witnesses. That is not a violation of your privileges. But I understand what you're saying. I just wanted to clear that one point because I think it's an important one. Yeah. We will start a speaking order. We're going to get to Mr. Sousa's motion just brought in, but I have a point of order first. Mr. Lawrence.
Yeah, we are not currently in committee business, and this is not of the subject matter, and so I believe that this motion is out of order.
I appreciate that, Mr. Lawrence, but I understand procedurally it is. Mr. Kuzmierczuk, on Mr. Sousa's motion or a different issue?
Yes, on this motion. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, sir.
Mr. Chair, the trust that is fundamental to the work of this committee has been broken. The principle of collaboration that underpins all of our work here on Parliament Hill and in this committee has been broken. And I turn to you, sir, and I say that this is an opportunity here today for us and for you to begin the work of repairing that trust and repairing that relationship that is broken. And I do place that on your shoulders, sir.
Obviously, you are at the command of the majority of the members, and I think on our side, we're ready to vote.
the reality is that the Prime Minister continues to lie about the effectiveness and about the treatment of the carbon tax, right? So
Point of order.
Yes, Mr. McKenna?
Once again, the member has accused the Prime Minister of lying. It is completely unparliamentary, and I would ask him to apologize.
I have another unsolicited point of order asked for a resignation as well. But Mr. Lawrence?
I mean, the truth is the truth, and the reality is the Prime Minister is lying.
Point of order. It is completely unparliamentary.
On that point of order?
It is totally against the rules. What is
We have
not allowed
another
in the
point of
House
order,
is
Mr.
also not
McKenna.
allowed in committee.
Sorry, we have another point of order.
The point of order is he's suggesting that it's non-parliamentary, but with all due respect, the Prime Minister is continuing to say that Canadians are better off because of the carbon tax. It's an outright lie, period.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think we were at Mr. McKinnon.
Once again, I believe that's a violation of the standing orders and the general practice of the House to accuse a member of lying. And I would ask both members now to apologize.
I would cite the following letter as evidence of a lie, so.
Point of order, Mr. Chair. I just
Point of order.
on parliamentary.
Sorry, hold on. Sorry, Mr. Doohan. Before I go back to you, was that Mr. Doohan or Mr. Kazmierczak?
Chair, you can't point of order a point of order.
Okay. Mr. Doohan, go ahead.
Just
Point of order.
I would just caution
Mr.
members
Druin, go ahead.
in terms of using language. I could say Pierre Poilievre is a liar because he's misquoting the Bank of Canada. The carbon pricing represents 1/20th of the impact on inflation. So that's for the record. The Bank of Canada has stated that clearly. But I wouldn't say that, and I will retract my comments
Point of
because
order.
I'm an honorable member.
Or Ms. Goodridge?
Thank you.
Sorry.
I'm very new tuning in. However, I've been listening from my apartment here for a while, actually my office. And this is absolutely crazy. And we are fighting over something that the parliamentary budget officer has been very clear. Canadians are worse off because of the carbon tax. There's been absolute
Point of order.
disingenuous
Point of order.
not a point of
information
order.
coming from the Liberals
Colleagues,
throughout this entire
I'm
meeting.
sorry, I'm interrupting.
Point of order.
Because of all, this is ridiculous. This is